Be for real.
Assignment football, making sure the dive, the
These niggas
punt,
can't
the
fuck with you
pitch is
for real.
all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On the run, it's Martin. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are defensively.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in the
I hate
future.
streaming though.
The Nittany Lions
I
trying
feel
to
like
move
niggas be
it
trying to
right
watch
up
their
against
movie.
the goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be fourth down. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
This your first MLB game?
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Hell no.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Lions on the move. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Fires downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone.
I be trying to tell you, like, just be for real, Caleb.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's
Hey,
exactly what
you
this
might not get a
offense
chance
is
to
doing.
watch.
They're firing on all cylinders. Defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. 13. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and it's a positive game for this offense.
Hines is tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's caught. It's Mills. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Give to the running back. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open on the left. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
This offensive line takes a lot of pride. They're very good at communicating, and they love pushing fronts around. You're seeing it on that last play. Breaking off a long run, doing it early in the season in the opening game. That sets the tone for this offense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And this one splits the uprights. Now the lead is down to 11. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arkansas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up. And
I just got smacked.
get it back. It's a turnover.
Oh, for real.
Hey, you know it's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there,
I'm not
pitch
ready
off
to
of
go.
that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, know where to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover in the backfield.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion, he turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And listen, I'm just trying to find a way to be positive down here, have positive gains, not run, QB sneaks and halfback dives, get the football on the perimeter to somebody with some speed and maybe catch you off guard. It wasn't a great play, but I got some positive yards out of it.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A great catch and run for 6. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point was good. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Martin. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option to give. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure.
Why not? I'm about to come back here and score.
Money, you just have to make that catch. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment.
He scored a touchdown off of a fucking fumble.
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Finds a man in the middle.
Red ball is crazy.
Bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, I think on that play,
The difference is
this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a
he
nice
can't
job
stop.
with his routes. He's efficient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on first and goal. Steps away to find some room. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Touchdown, Penn State! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. looking for the two-point try. Snap in the shotgun. Keeps looking downfield. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Slips through the line. Got a little room. And there he goes. A dynamic return.
Chill.
And got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep
Don't
it.
put that negativity on my team name. You better throw a pick right here.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He's down at the one, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Watkins. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
Well, that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback ball from inside the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy
That was
back to
nasty.
reality a little bit. He was
That was
lights
nasty
out
work right
early in
there.
this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy. And David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the
That was
football,
very
making
nasty
the
work
play.
right there.
They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He throws back to the left side. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Throw the ball 30 yards.
So rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play
Look at this shit.
perfectly
That's
catered
the whole
defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Finds his man down the middle. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he's made 1 already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Watkins. Hits it with a stiff arm. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn...
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch, and they finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Fires left. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays. Do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCF has the lead right now, but this night's crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside the bounce house. They're up by a field goal over Florida Atlantic. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Martin. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So,
and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got an open man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and you're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Nittany Lions started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. Nifty run there. Pick up of 6 out to the 25. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Turning it on. Smashes him with the stiff arm. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything.
My players are getting ran through. Spaces ran through.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Like this shit bad.
They'll put this
Like worse. Like what's her name? Bonnie Blues?
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to
Like
the tight end.
this nigga's manhandling
Man
us.
on the left.
Every single play he breaks the first tackle, first touch.
They've got it at the 45.
Every play.
This tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive.
Hey.
He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
The off is never the problem. Let's get some stuff. You too.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Rush is on him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Wow, well, the offense a play ago comes up with a big completion down the field, and they decide to go right back to another passing play to see if they can add on to it, and they were not able to.
What the fuck is 56? He been getting beat all game.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He's got him. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the run, fires downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And the Nittany Lions want to move quickly. They'll go right back to it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Going for 6. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And it's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Spits it out to the back. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the middle. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll get him down after a solid return.
talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. He'll pull it down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ball game? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Now the play fake. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You said I sold?
Completion, now 4th down in your own end. With this much time,
I low-key did.
defense to get a stop. That's the question you got to ask
I low-key
yourself.
did.
If you don't, then you need to go for this right now. And you need
But you know how EA get. Once you up 14, they start giving other niggas like
Do not want to give
hope.
up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Unloads to the wideout.
Come on, good drop.
Incomplete, and
That's GG's right there.
up with a stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Not much a shot to end this one in regulation. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Martin. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. Trying to surge it in. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And guys, after